Hey guys, welcome back to the third episode of the series Making a Fnaf fan game. Last video we worked on making the camera system and we came up with this. So when you hit space you enter the cameras move around and you can use the arrow keys to go around the buildings. And now we are going to be working on the and now we're going to be working on the making the doors. So remember, if you have any problems with your videos, make sure to try and fix it, like how right now I just found a problem and now fix the bathroom cameras. To clean up your scene, you should grab all your cameras and put them in a folder, and you can even, if you want, clean out the cameras folder, but we're not going to be using that in this video. So now we are going to be focusing on the office, and now we are going to be grabbing from the standard assets, prototyping, prefabs. We're going to be grabbing a cube prototype. We're going to be scaling it down. I think like this, it's fine. And then scale it the size of your door. So I'm going to place it in here. And scale it till it fits in the door. In between the doors. I'm going to use this view. And let's see, we put it here. No, try to make the presentation good. I suggest you try and fit it exactly, because if you have some missing bits, it might look sloppy. Put it up to the ceiling and grab this one and scale it down until it's to the floor. Okay, now we have one door. This is going to be the door when it's going to be locked. Wait. Okay, so now we're going to be selecting the door, clicking add component, door closing, create and add, and open it up in Visual Studios. Now we're going to be needing to reference the animator. Wait, serialize field private animator. We're going to call it anim. In the start, you're going to be setting anim equals get component, how we did before with the cameras and stuff. Dot, yeah, get component animator. Now we're going to be making a serialize field private bool is open. We're going to make if is open. Wait, we don't need to make an if statement. We can just do anim dot set bool. Now I'll tell you what this does. Is open to is open. So now it's going to be at the start of the game, it's going to be getting the animator that we're going to be having on the animator file on our door. Then every frame it's going to check if if is open is true, it will set is open in the animator to true, and if it's false, it will set it to false. So now we're going to be going back out, animation, create. I'm actually going to rename it to right door, create, animations, new folder, doors, and we're going to call it open. Save, hit save, and we're going to make it after 4 seconds. It's going to go up, it's going to be raised. Wait, we can just use the V key down here and set it to this one. Nope. Grab it, select it, put it up 5, almost 6, so set this one to 6. So like this, let's see. It's a good door opening animation. Now we're going to create a new clip and call it close. So in the beginning, it's going to be called its y-axis is going to be on 6, and wait, we can over here it's going to be 6, but in 4 minutes it's going to be here. So now we'll see that it closes now. Now we're going to be going in the animator. We're going to be hitting right click, create state empty, and making this as the layer default state, and we're going to call it none. We're going to go to the parameters, not the layers, parameters, and click the plus sign, bool, and call it is open. Now we're going to be doing some transitions. So we're going to be making a transitions from open to close. And you can preview it here. If you check exit time now, you'll see that it will do it quick. It will instantly swap and it won't continue. So now in the conditions, do is open false. From none, make a transition to open. Grab the transition, this is true, and then do this if it's false. So from none it will go to open, from open it will go to close if you're going to be hitting the button once it's closed, and then it will go back to none, so you can restart the cycle. Now there's one thing left to do. Go to the animations folder, click close flow and remove the loop time, and even for the open, hit save and click. But now we're going to run into two problems. The first problem is that we can't see the door. The only way we can see the door if we turn it around, go to the animator, go to parameters and set it to be open. Yeah, for now we don't have any way to set it to open, so we'll just have to now just guess that it works. So we're first going to be making a way so we can move the camera around, and then the second one is going to be when we're going to be finding out how to make how to close and open the door. For now I'm going to keep it like here, and the office camera we're going to be giving it a new script and we're going to call it camera look. New script, create and add, double click, and now we're going to be needing some variables. So serialize field private float min look distance, and serialize field private float max look distance. These are going to be the distances that the camera will be logged on to see. So the maximum look distance, the minimum look distance will be this one, like 332, the min, and the max will be enough to look the 556. Set it back to 90. Even look at the camera like this. Now go into the script, make a private float camera distance, and also make a serialized field private float sensitive camera look sensitivity In update now we're going to be setting camera distance equals to matf that calculates all the mat clamp open brackets, and now as you can see it float value, float min, float max clamps the given value between the given minimum float and maximum float values, and then removes and then returns the given value if it's within the minimum and maximum range. So we're going to be doing camera distance. Wait, I'm actually going to rename it to camera look distance because it makes more sense. Plus input dot get axis open the quotation, no, not quotation mark, the speech marks, and write mouse X and make sure that the M and the X is written correct, because this is something that Unity gave us, and if we don't write it how it's supposed to be written, it's not going to look good. So do it times camera look sensitivity now. Then we have the minimum value is the min look distance, and the max look distance is max look distance. Now, like this, we have the clamping in camera look distance. So, okay, so now we're going to be making the turning. So we're going to be making game object dot transform dot local rotation equals quaternion dot Euler, which handles the rotation, 0f because we don't want to change the x rotation, camera look distance for the y rotation, and 0f for the z rotation. And now when we enter the game, as you see, you can turn, but the cursor is still there and it will bug you around going around. So now we're going to be going to the script. In the start, we're going to be writing cursor dot lock state equals cursor dot lock mode logged, and like this you won't be seeing it now, but now we're going to be adding the buttons to close the doors. So let's create a new prototyping block. No, don't replace cube. We're going to change the scale and we're going to put it in the wall over here, F. Like this is good. Make sure it has a box collider, because now we're going to be making a script called door look. Create and add. No, not door look, sorry. We're going to be changing it door controller. Double click, Control C, go to Fnaf tutorial, grab that, and F2, boom. Door controller. And remove door look. Here. Button. Remove component and door controller. And now you can add it in. Button, door controller, like that. Now we're going to be removing these two, adding private, no, serialized field, private, game object, door. And now we're going to be using a new void. It's called on mouse down. Now we're going to be making door get component, and it's called door closing. Make the wait, and this is what defines the private and non-private. Like this, we now need it public, so as it's public we will be seeing it in the inspector, so we don't need it. Private, so now this is, I'm going to be explaining the difference between private and public. Private variables are only accessible inside the script, door closing, but public, if we mention the script, we can use it everywhere. So now dot is open is here, and now we can set it to true, but we don't want to click it every time, so we're going to be doing again if is 2. We can just actually do it like this. Wait, if dot door open is not equal to, just remove this, is equals to door but not. So if it's false, this becomes true. If it's true, this becomes false. So now let's enter and hit play and mention the door, and now we're going to be in the game. But as you can see, our cursor is not visible. So okay, so now we're going to be testing the door. I click the button and it opened. I'm going to click it again and it's going to close. So now in the next video we're going to be making a second button, and this will be for the lights, to turn on the lights. So put it back on the wall and put it back near the door.